Hi everybody, Ricky here from Burford Great Danes, a faith-based Great Dane breeder. This is 21 Days by Wayne Dyer. Today is day 5. If you haven't seen the other days, please go back and watch them in my recent videos. I'm not going to do these consecutively like you probably should. Well, you could just watch the videos consecutively, but it might take me a little longer. But I was thinking about it today. I think I'm going to turn this into a podcast as well. This would be great just to kind of listen to as you're doing your thing. But okay, so today, day 5. You can't give away what you don't have. And to me, like right away, I think of like, you can't give away what you don't have. I right away think of money. And this is not talking about, maybe a little bit talking about money, because you can't give that away if you don't have it. But I think it's more like love. Like if you don't have love in your heart, you can't give it away. If you're not kind, you can't give away kindness. So it's really interesting the way a lot of quotes and stuff are kind of a play on words. All right, let's go. And I'm sorry if there's any background noise. My daughter's playing in her play area. She's dancing. She's having a great time. I hear the toys. So, of course you can't give away what you don't have! Exclamation point. That seems so obvious that you may be wondering why I would mention it. It's because I found that most people who don't enjoy inner peace and success in their lives have failed to master the simple truth. So today we are going to examine our own inner resources. Our own inner resources. Like, what do you have within you? Think of the people you know who give love in response to negative energy that's directed their way. So when somebody approaches you in the wrong way or comes at you or just is kind of like giving you a hard time, like how do you approach that? Are you reacting with love, or are you reacting with anger? Because it kind of reflects on what's going on inside of you, right? And I struggle with this because sometimes I'm quick to react and I'm not happy about it. And not only am I quick to react with anger, but I'm just quick. Like to me, the big move in life is the pause. And I've heard this, I know somebody that said this quote: if you master the pause, you master the universe. So like just mastering the slow down, the pause. And when you pause, it gives you a moment to think about what you're about to do, say. So a lot of times we just react, right? Just react. But there's this, it's huge for me. One day I'm just going to do I just need to talk about the word pause. It's a big, big thing. We'll get into it. Think of people who you know who give love in response to negative energy that's directed their way. There aren't very many people who respond lovingly in that situation. The ones who do are able to because they have love to give away. That means they have love within them, and that's why they react with love, because that's what they have, right? They say something about saints. Like, what's the difference between you and I and a saint? And a saint, all they have is love. Like, we have a lot of other stuff. We have love in us, but we have anger. We have, whatever it is, jealousy. But the difference with a saint is that's all they have is love. Could you imagine getting there? They know that it's impossible to give away what they don't have, and they've gone that extra mile to acquire what is that they want to both attract and give away. If love and joy are what you want to give and receive, then remember that you can't give away what you don't have. But you can change your life by changing what's inside if you're willing to go that extra mile. And that's what we're working on here. You're here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. We're working on changing what's inside. Because remember, what's inside is a lot of stuff that people put into us. It's not ours. You just you're the bearer. You're carrying it, but it's not yours. Here we go. Changing what's inside. Consider the following concept of your inner reality. Your thoughts create your reality. What you think about expands. Your thoughts create your reality because your thoughts determine how you respond to situations in your daily life. Those responses are the energy you have inside of you to give away. If you feel anger, it's because you have anger energy in your body. Like everything in our universe, your thoughts are a form of energy. Everything that you feel and experience is the result of what I call attractor energies. This means that you get back what you put into the world. Thus, what you've attracted to you is what you have to give away to others. Low energy attracts low energy. Some of the low energy thoughts are anger, hate, shame, guilt, and fear. Not only do they weaken you, but they attract more of the same! Exclamation point. So the more you give negativity, the more it's going to come to you. You know, it's like the more you give, the more you get. By changing your inner thoughts to the higher frequencies of love, harmony, kindness, peace, and joy, you'll attract more of the same. Isn't that nice? It's that simple, I guess. Let's see. You'll attract more of the same, and you'll have those higher energies to give away. So in turn, you'll get it. I mean, it'll be within you, and you'll be able to give it away. These higher and faster frequencies that empower you will automatically nullify and dissipate the lower energies in the same way that the presence of light makes darkness disappear. So what he's saying here is when you bring in these good energies, these positive thoughts, these loving kindness energies, they will nullify or dissolve any of the lower energies. So the higher energies will automatically, you don't have to do anything. I know it's like, oh, I don't like this thought, or I don't like how I'm so angry. So when you bring in the love and all of the goodness, it'll remove or dissolve the lower energies. In the same way that the presence of light makes darkness disappear. That's interesting. Loving and respecting yourself. By becoming more loving towards yourself, you will attract more of the higher, faster energies and begin to change what's inside you. In your thoughts, cultivate an inner voice, an attitude that's 100% of the time for you. Imagine an aspect of yourself that only supports and loves you. You might schedule a certain time of the day when that's the only thought that you allow yourself to pay attention to. Gradually, this attitude will extend to other people. Even if you can only do it for a minute or two, you'll begin to receive this energy back and ultimately be able to send thoughts of love and joy to everyone and everything in your world. Notice when your thoughts drift into lower energy or ridicule or hate or guilt, and change the thought at that very moment. So as soon as you have these negative thoughts, you just want to shift. You want to break out. You want to observe. So being aware is observing. All right? It's like watching your thoughts. As soon as you catch something that's not, this is not where I'm going. This is not what I want, what I'm choosing to feel. This is not what I'm choosing to think. This is not who I am. This is not my heart. You want to shift that immediately. Because what happens is your thoughts, those negative thoughts, if they get a little bit, an inch, they take a mile. So if you give them a little bit, and you start giving in, or you start feeling angry, it's just going to take more and more and more and deplete you. And guess where you're going to be? Low energy. All right, where'd I go? If you're unable to change your thought, at least love yourself for what you did do. Yeah, so it's not always easy, right? Like sometimes the thoughts come and it's like, it's not mine, but it's there, right? Like it showed up, and it's not so easy to, but you know what? Love yourself anyway, and love yourself for what you did do, or what you're trying to do, or where you're trying to go. That is, so at least love yourself for what you did do. That is, for noticing. So just the noticing, just that you noticed that it was a negative thought pattern coming in, is a big step in the right direction, because it's a step into awareness. Make a pact to remind yourself often of this secret of not being able to give away anything that you don't have. Then work on your personal program of self-love, self-respect, and self-empowerment, and create a huge inventory of what you wish to give away. So you could write it down, journal, right? You could write down all the stuff that you want to attract that you could give away. And that could be money, that could be anything. I mean, it's all here for you. One of the lessons I continue to learn and practice is that the universe responds with the same energy that we send out. If you attract a lot of people who wish to take advantage of you, you need to consider that what you're doing to attract victimizers into your life. If you run into anger a lot, explore the angry thoughts you have inside. If your consciousness is a if your consciousness is a gimme energy, you'll attract all manner of demanding energies into your life. You know if this is true by the number of deadlines not being met, demanding bosses or customers you encounter, and the feeling of being a victim. Send out gimme energy to the universe, and it will do the same in return. Gimme. So if you're sending that gimme stuff into the energy, it's going to take from you. Gimme. So it's going to deplete you and keep you in a low energy. If what you give is self-respect and self-love, the universe, via the attractor energy, will return the love and respect you've been radiating. It's really so simple. You can't give away what you don't have. The irony of giving. If you wanted to give a dozen oranges to your neighbor as an expression of love, you obviously would need to be in possession of 12 oranges. If you intended to purchase a new automobile for your parents to show your gratitude to them for putting you through medical school, naturally, you'd need to have the funds to do so. Likewise, you can't give love away to others if you don't have any for yourself. You can't show respect for others if you lack self-respect. You can't give away happiness. You can't give happiness away if you feel unhappy. And of course, the reverse is true. You can only give away what you do have. And all that you're giving away each and every day are items from your own personal inventory. That's what you're giving away. Everything that's within you. If you give away hatred, it's because you've stored up hatred inside of you to give away. If you give away misery, it's because you have a ready supply available for which to select and distribute. This concept is simplified by a description of squeezing an orange. When you squeeze an orange, you'll always get orange juice to come out. This is true regardless of who does the squeezing, what time of day you squeeze, what instrument you use to squeeze, or what circumstances surround the orange squeezing. What comes out is what's inside. The same logic applies to you. When someone squeezes you, in some way puts pressure on you, or says something unflattering or critical, and out of you comes anger, hatred, bitterness, tension, depression, or anxiety, it's because that's what's inside. So if somebody puts pressure on you, like I said earlier, somebody, rubs you the wrong way or says something you don't like, or, what's your reaction, right? You're going to be reacting what's already inside of you. If you want to move into the realm of purpose by giving and serving others, I do, ask yourself, what do I have inside? And why have I chosen to store these kinds of energies in me to give to others? Question mark. Another powerhouse day in the books. God bless you. I love you. Subscribe. Join me on all platforms. I'm going to be adding this onto a podcast. After I'm done with this, like 21 days, I'm going to do like a summary about this whole experience that I kind of, I like challenging myself and I'm big on momentum. So like, this is why I like the 21 days, because it kind of gives me and I've said this in other videos, it's just not another book on the shelf. It kind of gives you a deadline, or it gives you homework. I kind of like homework. Like, tell me how much to do. Like recently I went to church every day for 7 days straight, daily mass. And sometimes it was hard to find the mass, like in an evening or whatever, but I did. I went 7 days straight, and some beautiful things happened. So it's interesting, like when you challenge yourself, and let's see what happens. But at the end, I want to do a kind of a summary of this whole journey. So thanks for joining me.